Hey, 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 good morning, good morning, good morning. Well, I am excited because we are back again with another podcast to help you have a little less chaos in your week. Okay. So let's get into it. I am so excited for this week because we are continuing the cheat code series. And this week, we're actually going to start Thanksgiving a little early. We're going to talk about the power of thankfulness. That is another amazing cheat code for our intentional life. Okay. Our intentional, not soft, but intentional life. Right. So as we do every single week, okay, we do all the things. We talk about the good things, right? Because we know that remembering the good things, being thankful of the good things, transforms our mind. We're going to talk a little bit about that today, but it transforms our mind. It changes how we think. Oh no, do I have a crack in my nail? Okay, focus. Sorry. Um, then we're going to go over what's on the docket. What are we doing this week? Because the whole point of this podcast is to help you and me review our week so that we go into our week intentionally, right? And then we're going to talk about the intentional topic of the week, which is the cheat code, thankfulness. And then finally, as usual, we are going to pray and we're going to be out. And we do this all in 20 minutes because we got to go places. We got to go, right? And I just want this to be a little shot of intentionality for you to start off your week with a little less chaos. Okay. So just so you know, I got a little pen in my hand because I'm trying to get better with getting, chapters. I don't know if you follow me on YouTube and you're watching me live or the replay. Hey y'all. You can put chapters in your YouTube videos, right? So I'm trying to like write down timestamps so I can be a little bit better for that, better with that for y'all. Okay. So anyway, so we are going to get into it today. I'm so excited. So let's get into the good things. So as I talk about it all the time, it's so important to have a real understanding of the good that's going around, that's going on around you, so that you can actually have a healthy perspective of your life, a better perspective of what's happening, a greater understanding of that is not all bad, right? And that even though there is bad, there's still good, right? So I encourage you to take a moment before you start planning out your week. Take a moment and reflect back on the week before and see what were some good things that happened last week. So for me, first of all, if you're on live, let me know. Let me know in the comments below. And if you're catching the replay or catching me on Spotify or anywhere you listen to podcasts, give me a comment. Let me know what are some good things that happened in your life the week before. We want to grow together. We want to be intentional together. So for me, listen, y'all, I had so much fun. Okay. I did a whole lot this past week. So I am in the last bits of the year at work and it is intense, right? Because there's so many last things that we got to get done before the end of the year, before I work in the government. So before the just new year, right? We just have to make things happen. And so it has been a very, very, very busy week. And so, but this weekend I had all the fun to make up for it. So I have four girlfriends, three girlfriends is four girlfriends is five of us, but only four of us are able to hang out. And I had a whole sleepover. As a whole 40-year-old woman, I had a sleepover at one of my friends' house, and it was amazing. We went to this a candle making thing, then we had a little sleepover, then we had breakfast together. It was so much fun. I got to do that. And then I got to celebrate one of my good close friends. I've been with her on this journey forever. And now we got to celebrate her becoming 35 and double certified, like double board certified, excuse me. My friend, she's a whole doctor, plus she got two certifications, all the fancy things. But it was really, really good to celebrate her, to be able to be a part of that and celebrate her. So my heart is full. Now my body was tired, okay? But my heart was full. And now today I feel amazing because one more good thing. I was in bed at like 8 o'clock. Okay. I was in bed like at 8 o'clock yesterday because after all of that I did this weekend, your girl was tired. Okay. Your girl, not tired, she was tired. Right. So I went to bed at like 8 o'clock. So that's another good thing. I had a very good night's sleep. So yes, like my heart is full. There was so much good that happened. I got a lot of things done at work as well. And I feel like that's always a good, like, okay, we're moving, we're making progress, right? And we're not failures. So there was just a lot of good, a lot of busyness, a lot of work, but a lot of good. And I would encourage you to take some time to look into that for yourself. You might be busy, you might have a whole bunch going on in your life, but there is good to celebrate. There is. I can guarantee you that. There is good to celebrate. So make sure that you're celebrating. Okay. So, all right. So we are on to the next, and that is the docket. What is on the docket this week? So, as we go through this, again, this podcast, A Little Less Chaos podcast, is all about helping you start your week off with a little less chaos. And that starts with actually paying attention to what's going on in your week. If you follow me, I've talked about having a dream week where you take time to build out your perfect week. If you had everything in order, you did everything, you were able to hit all your goals and all that kind of stuff, what would that week look like? And the reason why we do that is because it gives us a template, it gives us a base to look at so that when we actually have life going on and we see that we got doctor's appointments or we got these new things that we need to get done that we didn't realize about, our weekly review is what's going to help us shape the current week, right? We take that template, that base of our dream week, and say, okay, I know I got a doctor's appointment on Tuesday, so perhaps I can't work out in the morning. Maybe I could work out at lunch. Maybe I could work out in the evening. It's the whole point of being intentional with the time that you have here. Okay. So I want you to take a moment to look at your calendar, look at your list of things to do, right? For me, with my paper calendar, like I've already put in my, I don't know if you can see this, if you're watching the replay on YouTube or if you're watching or you're listening on podcasts, I just kind of like showed some of you can't, I don't want you to see it, but you can see that there's writing there. So I've already like laid out my meetings for the week here. So I know what's happening during the day. And now it's about shifting different blocks in my life to make sure that I can handle what's happening on a work day and handle what's happening in personal life, right? So for me, okay, there is now 4 weeks before I take off for Christmas. That revelation hit me on Friday, and I said, oh my goodness. Okay. And there's so much that I have to do to close out my year at work, to just make sure that I'm all, ready and prepped for the new year. And y'all, I said, oh no, we got to get together. We got to get it together. So this week I am taking a couple of moments throughout the workday and all that kind of stuff just to make sure that I have laid out everything that I need to do. So that's going to be a little bit of extra. And then of course, work doesn't stop. So still got stuff to do and things that are due. Then also I have my project management certification. So I got to make sure, and this is the 3rd year. So if you have your PMP, you know. If you know, right? But every 3 years you have to renew, and I got like 4 more PDUs to do. So I'm trying to like make sure I get those done and all that kind of stuff. So there's a lot. Oh, and writing. I am writing because I am writing another devotional. And man, I can't wait to really talk about this. It has been a journey. This devotional has been something that I've been wanting to write, and I have been writing on and off for a while. And it was harder than my first one. And I was just like, what's going on? Like, I feel like I'm supposed to write this thing, but it's been so hard for me. So I am really like gunning down because I really want to get this out to y'all. But man, it has been a journey, and I'm gonna probably talk about this once the journey is done. I'm probably going to really talk about that journey and just really like reflecting on, not doubting yourself. Cause sometimes I do. Sometimes you do, right? But we got to remember that one, if the Lord has called you to it, then he's going to give you what you need for it, right? So that's going to be a story someday. I can't wait, but writing as well. All right. So that's all I got going on for my docket for this week. It's a lot, but the Lord is going to be with me. What is on your docket for this week? I would love to hear in the chat. Okay. Now we got all the things going on, and now we are here at the intentional topic of the week. And like I mentioned before, the intentional topic of the week today is the cheat code of thankfulness. Yes, we are talking about thankfulness. Now, I know it's a week early for Thanksgiving, but the next weekend or the next Monday, I'm not going to talk about thankfulness. We're going to talk about review. Okay. So I wanted to make sure we talked about thankfulness today, but it is a cheat code. It's a cheat code to truly living out this life intentionally. And I don't know if people realize just how important thankfulness is, right? I love the verse. I didn't have a verse for this, but just thinking about it popped in my head. It says to not be anxious for anything, but in all things be thankful, right? And pray. And it's just like, even God is like, yo, thankfulness is what will help you get through the craziness, get through the busyness, get through the things that you are struggling with. So what truly are you thankful for, right? So let me tell you why thankfulness is a cheat code. One, because the Lord said, be thankful in all things so that you won't be anxious. That's a big thing. And what's so funny is that science actually already kind of confirms that. There's lots of research around the power of thankfulness, and a couple of things that comes out of being thankful in your life is one, it changes your actual mind, your brain chemistry, all of those things. It releases endorphins, it releases chemicals that allows you to feel good about yourself and your situation. There's even research that shows that thankfulness allows you to be more forgiving. So when you're able to be thankful for maybe even the situation, if the situation with a person is not that good, right? But you're able to find something to be thankful for, it allows you to be able to forgive. And honestly, forgiveness is for you and not the person. Because when you harbor that animosity, that bitterness, that hurts you, right? So we want to get that out. Now, I can go down a whole diatribe about forgiveness because people think that forgiveness, if you forgive somebody, that means they automatically are back in your life. No, that's not what that means, right? But forgiveness is just so important because it heals your heart. It's all about your heart in this. So anyway, thankfulness a lot even helps you with that. It enhances your energy, right? It makes you more excited about what's to come, about life. That's why we start out this week, this weekly podcast with what was good last week. Because when we remember what was good last week, it gets us excited about what's to come. We're able to be like, okay, so there was a couple of good things that happened in that crazy week last week. So then that means that something good can happen this week, right? It gives us the ability to be more optimistic, right? About what's to come. It also builds resilience. It allows us to be able to get stronger so that we can be stronger in the face of adversity, so that we can be stronger when things don't go the way that we think they were supposed to go, right? Because we know that even though last week, last month, last year didn't exactly go how we wanted it to go, it actually, there was some good that came out of it. I did learn something from that sucky situation. I did grow from wherever that was, right? And you're able to move forward through that. And then finally, it even improves sleep. Thankfulness improves sleep. There's research that shows that thinking thoughts of gratitude actually help you fall asleep better. And let me tell you, I actually do that every single night. Sometimes it is just, Lord, thank you for this day. And even that helps to calm my spirit, helps to get me ready to have the best night of sleep. And I don't typically have an issue falling asleep. Now, granted, sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night, but those same techniques help when that happens too. But I don't have problems typically falling asleep. And I truly believe it is the fact that my brain, my mind is set on gratitude, that I'm able to cultivate a good sleep environment. And it starts with that thankfulness. Okay. So I wanted to kind of do that and kind of give you the why behind it. And I want you to take a little bit of time to actually be thankful today. Take a moment, let it be 5 minutes, let it be 10 minutes if you need it, to write down a couple of things that you're thankful for. For me, I was actually starting to reflect on the year because every year I take a moment to reset. I have a program all about that, but I take a moment. I actually take my own reset and I take a moment to reset. And the very first thing that I do is I look over the year and see what I can be thankful for, see the lessons that I learned. So I've kind of started to do that. Sometimes I just kind of like do that in meditation in random moments in my life and I write them down so that when I sit down to do the reset, I already have some stuff written. But anyway, so took a moment to write down a couple of things that I'm thankful for. So much has happened this year. I am thankful for my YouTube subscribers. I think I started out, I should have looked this up, but I think I started out the year with like 250 or maybe a little less than 250 subscribers, and now I have 394. Is it 94 or 84? I'm about to go look real quick because now I was like, I didn't write that one down, but it popped into my head just now. So I wanted to share that. But I have 394. Yeah, I'm trying to get to 500. So if you know somebody, share this, okay? Trying to get to 500 by the end of the year. Anyway, I've gained over 100 people on my YouTube channel. Hey y'all, welcome. Um, oh, I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for this podcast. This has been fun. This has been a exercise in growing in my own intentionality and growing in my own focus. I am thankful for my health. The start of this year, and a little bit before this year, I've talked about this before, but I had an old knee injury and that thing always comes back, seems to always come back, but it hasn't anymore because I have been working diligently on my fitness. And let me tell you, I'm strong. I'm like lifting, I'm bench pressing. Yeah, I'm proud of myself, okay? I'm bench pressing, I'm leg pressing, like I'm doing all the things and I'm super excited about what's to come in the future. Shout out to my trainer. He's been killing me and I've been paying him to do it. Um I'm thankful for my relationships, my friendships, my family, even like other relationships that didn't kind of work out. But I learned so many great lessons in it, right? And I'm just so thankful for everything this year. My raise, I got a cool promotion. Like that was major because honestly, that was something that I did not even expect. Honestly, this time last year, by this time last year, it was a position that existed. But earlier last year, that position didn't even exist. And I truly believe that the Lord literally handpicked that for me. So I'm excited about that. But there's just so much to be thankful for, right? If you're now coming in, we're talking about the cheat code of thankfulness. And I kind of laid down a couple of things that I was already thankful for. I would love for you to let me know a couple of things that you're thankful for as you start to reflect on your year. But truly, thankfulness is a cheat code that you need. Which one, with the game? If you're a gamer, what is it, like AABE, whatever? I don't know, but thankfulness is a cheat code that you need. It changes your mind. It opens up your heart for new things. It allows you to become resilient, and it even helps you with your sleep. So make sure that you take some time to be thankful. Thanksgiving is next week. So make sure that you're thinking about that now. Okay. Next week, we're going to be talking about review. And that's why I talked about Thanksgiving this week, because I was like, I want to talk about Thanksgiving. But next week is the last Monday. We have to do our monthly review. So anyway, guys, make sure that you're thinking about what you are thankful for. And now we are on to our prayer. Every week we go ahead and pray because I truly believe that prayer is powerful. And I want to end off every single podcast with prayer. So let's get into it. Lord, we take this moment to just say thank you. Thank you for your awesome blessings of family, of friends, favor, and just life. Show us how to focus on the good you have done and allowed us to experience so that we can build hope for our future. All right, y'all. Well, we are out every single week. I am here at 7 a.m. Now, listen, I'm going to warn y'all now. We're going to talk about it more, okay? But I do some time to reset, okay? And we're going to be getting everything together for a little break in January, because that's where I reset. So make sure that you got all of my podcasts are up and running so that you can play these things over and over while I'm gone. And then we're going to start back again in February, but we got December. So come back December, because December we have a new series called Build Your Life, how to build your life. And I'm excited about it. I'm excited. So anyway, y'all have an awesome, awesome week. Make sure that you take a moment to do your weekly review. I'm going to switch gears and do my own weekly review. And I will see y'all next week when we talk about the cheat code of review. All right. Bye, y'all.